Alrighty.
Go.
Shadow Icarus, what should I know about these two before the match starts?
Well, you already know
This
a
is
lot. Oh, what a play.
That
This
is
is
true.
both
That
their-
was that was incredible.
This is their second match each in the contender.
Okay.
Both of them took a pretty brutal loss in the first round.
Brutal
Eguy
loss.
lost 3-0 to Connie. Turk lost 3-1 to MBO after committing
Damn,
one of
guys.
his best maps, Sprawl.
Yeah.
So they're looking for redemption here.
Well, yeah, a little redemption play here. Plus, I will say, I do think Eguy, that series with Connie was a lot closer than a 3-0. So, but other than that, yeah, it was a pretty brutal, unfortunate loss.
Nice blast. Nice
Yeah.
blast by Turk to get up.
Turks locked in today.
Yeah.
So you played against Eguy or Turk or both?
Oh, I played against Eguy, not Turk. Eguy DM'd me asking for a warm-up a little bit ago, so I hopped on.
Yeah, I told him I was busy, so he should message Icky, and then he messaged Icky.
Incredible. You weren't actually busy, you just hate Eguy now.
Was it Father's Day or anything?
You're all of our fathers. Where's Eguy going?
Yeah, very bizarre. Very uncharacteristic mistake of Eguy today. He's just not himself.
Yeah, man.
You know, I'm gonna be honest, as soon as I started trying to put thought into what I wanted to say about commentary, I decided I don't think I actually feel like it today, so Icarus is my...
Incredible.
Alright, Icky, you get me instead.
Okay. Another W for Nakas here.
Marcus with another outstanding contribution to the Marble Blast community. After 13 days late on this month of Marble Blast,
All I said was nice blast by Turk, and then I said I give up.
Absolutely incredible effort. This is exactly why the community is thriving right now.
Looking like he's gonna have a good chance of winning this warm-up, though.
Yeah.
Always a confidence booster. You can beat Eguy and Sprawl.
Oh, I don't know what
Maybe
Eguy
the opposite for Eguy as well. I mean,
Mm.
he would be thinking he should be able to beat Turk no problem on this kind of map.
You'd think, but Turkey is very good at Sprawl, so.
A long time since I dropped Sprawl to him. He is good at it, but by no means.
It's also been a long time since you
unbeatable.
dropped maps to a lot of people, so I don't think that's saying.
I don't know. I lost a game the other day.
I also lost an A game the other day.
Lost by 1 point on Duplex.
I lost by 2 on Parkour Peaks. It was my first game on, in my defense. Parkour Peaks being the first map on was something.
Like when I play Robert, like every 10 games I'll lose to Robert, but if I lose, it's always by 1 point.
Yeah.
He's the merchant.
It's the kind of games that we used to have. Where it's kind of a ratio where we used to have where you'd win every game and then I'd occasionally just randomly be like, alright, yeah, here's a random 1 point loss for you. You guys closed it up here. A little bit. Another spawn that's going to favor Turk, I think. Kind of hits him.
This has been a constant 10-point lead, though.
Yeah.
I have raw spawn, not gonna do it any favors.
What spawn?
No, the Eye of Raw, that's what it's referred to, because it ruins your solo run.
Oh. Well, he's
Going
closed
for
it
Eguy.
before. I don't know what he's... Oh, he's waiting for Turk.
He's waiting for the blast, and it makes it work.
Makes
That's the lead now for Eguy for the first time all game, basically.
Does well with that blast as well. Ooh, big
Oh,
blast.
huge mega. Good super speed attempt, but in the wrong place.
Turk, wisely, you gotta go block off.
Another mega. There's so many megas in this area that you kind of just have to expect it.
Yeah, he's gonna spawn right on top of Turk.
That's gonna be game.
Game over. Guy's not gonna get blast there, but
Very nice.
Incredible red merchant ability there. Damn, I can't type. So, Turk is going to pick map advantage.
Woo! Goddamn. He is good at Sprawl.
Yes, he is pretty solid on Sprawl.
Turk seems to have realized that he can, in fact, not pick a map twice. So I'm glad that that at least got through.
It'd be very funny if he tried to pick it anyway. Do we have a recourse for that if someone picks the same map again?
The amend function should still work. They're just going to have to put it in chat, and you can change it after the fact as an admin.
Oh, I had a feeling this was coming. All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything yet. Go Defin.
Yeah,
Bye.
deafen yourself.
I think this is a good pick by
Yeah.
Turk.
I think so too. This was actually one of the maps I picked against Eguy last year in the same series that he beat me by 100.
And yeah, you very nearly won that game. I think you probably should have.
Yeah, I got done in on the last second. Done in the last little bit by a bunch of repeat spawns, but
You got owned. You
Got
got
owned.
I'm gonna kick
Alright.
Noctis if Noctis doesn't ready up. Okay, never mind.
Sorry, I zoned out.
Of course you did. You're high again, aren't you? I know you, you little druggy.
Ready.
Anyway.
I'm not.
Set.
Alright,
Go.
anyway, we are underway here in game 1. This is a map that we were just saying I think favors Turk. You guy gonna get
Yep.
the better or the first spawn here? But the next spawn's gonna be closer to Turk. You got better line on it though.
He is going to go out of bounds. That takes a lot of time, and Turk is able to equalize the spawn. Eguy going to go for the blast, but Turk can trade that one.
Yep. Next one's gonna get closer. Ooh, good blast by Eguy.
Good blast. Turk going to come back and collect the yellow anyway, so bit of a wash overall.
Yeah, even spawn again. Next one's gonna be close to Eguy, and he tries to blast, but he doesn't time it right.
Looks like Turk also blasted him there.
Yeah. Eguy cannot get up. Another good blast.
Taking the super speed there is big. Gonna mean Turk has to go find another one. And he's gonna go back to the main default area.
Yeah, Eguy gonna go for the blast here, and the next spawn's gonna be right by both of them.
Turk can't quite get the yellow though, so this is gonna be a spawn win for Eguy. And Turk's a bit out of position.
Yeah, he had to go for the other super speed again. Eguy gonna
Eguy
wisely
gets the
go for
blast.
that blast.
Not really anything for either player so far in this game, and we're already almost 2 minutes into it.
Yeah, no major swings yet.
This could be good for Turk. Eguy, I believe, has the
Good
blast and
blast,
doesn't make
yeah.
that happen. Can he get back the yellow solo? No, it's going to be shared. This double yellow is going to be really big for Eguy, but Turk swoops in and short circuits it to get the yellow split. Still a tie game. Eguy has blast advantage.
Yeah, that blast
Good.
is gonna play big here, I think. Yep.
Makes it happen, but Turk misses the yellow on the super speed back. Turk does get the super speed. Eguy going to get one yellow. Turk not getting either, and Eguy with the better respawn. This is their first minor advantage going his way. And he's going to reset with the blast and the super speed. Turk going to put himself in a bad position to get an expired red. Let's see if that costs him. Good blast attempt by Eguy. Does do a little bit, not a whole lot, but
Yeah,
I
not
mean,
a
8
whole
points is
lot.
not nothing on a
Especially,
very
yeah.
evenly split map like Cubile with time running out.
It's been a real low score this game. Let's
No
see.
blues yet.
No blues yet. Turk's gonna go for the red, the double red there.
The big spawn for Eguy. Turk grabs the blast, but nothing in terms of the points haul. So I think
Yeah.
Eguy's feeling very good so far.
I'd imagine so. Yeah, this has been real. The lack of big spawns and the fact that Turk keeps putting himself in worse positions in terms of defaulting has been really helpful for Eguy.
This has been a game of 1-point margins throughout. Eguy with a great line, that should seal the game.
I'd imagine so, barring bizarre blue spawns. I think both players could have gone for those expired reds there, but did not to.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's fallen apart so quickly here for Turk after how even this game started.
Yeah.
He seems like the kind of player that seems to struggle when getting on the back foot.
Yeah, he does occasionally struggle, especially if there's no big spawns to help him get right back into the game. There just hasn't been those spawns for him.
And not really a lot of success in the combat department, which is something that he's known for. Although he is known for being very good at this map, there's not really the megas that are a big presence that he's known for. And you can see even in the reds, but Eguy was first to the spawns that made the yellows count, and that's the entire difference.
Yep, and 0 blues.
I have to think it's going to be much harder for Turk to win on an Eguy pick than Eguy to win on a Turk pick.
We're going to go to Apex here. This was a map that Eguy warmed up on, so...
I think it's a good pick into Turk. Turk plays a lot of maps, but Apex is not really one of them that I consider to be in his wheelhouse, and it's a staple in the top player meta, you have to say. Yeah. Pretty much everyone else in the contender division is going to be extremely competent at this map. Could leave Turk vulnerable in this division.
Yeah, this is definitely a map where I think I'd favor Eguy as well. Nice blast work, though, by Turk.
Blue to start.
I will say this is a map where Turk's playstyle can be hurt a little bit at times with the lack of ability. It's such a tight map that it's going to be tough to get Mega Marbles pops effectively outside of the main area in the middle.
Yeah, the main one by the super speed is kind of what I would expect to see this game. Great spawn right on top of Eguy, but you know he was in a good position regardless. That's always a good area of the map to be.
And then
Turk's keeping it close though.
Here.
I need to see Turk get this blue given this positional advantage, and he is going to secure that.
Got that blue for himself. Next spawn's going to be behind both of them. Turk's, I think, slightly faster to react to it, but a good blast from Eguy to push him away from the 4 reds there.
Really a whole big advantage in pace there for Turk to get the transition down. Curious to see what the path is here. There's 2 yellows back at home, and Eguy makes a great super speed to pick those both up. Yeah, definitely not something that you would see everyone going for, since it's a big commitment for just 2 points.
Yep. Nice work. I think nice routing there from Turk to get those last few gems and head right back to the default. Next one's going to favor Turk here. He's got the
super speed. He needs to get this blue, but Eguy is going to get it with just the super jump, and that's another thing that we've seen from Turk in some of these top player matchups is he's just a little bit slow on the trigger, maybe hesitant or not confident in a way that other players are willing to just say, I have a super speed, I need to make this blue count. Yeah. And that's going to give over a blue to Eguy on a spawn that I would have thought Turk should have been in better position for.
Yeah, I would have expected Turk to be in a better position for that as well. He's in a better position for this as well, but he is not able to...
Not going to get the blue.
Yeah,
it's
he wasn't
heartbreaking
able to make
Turk.
the blast count. Another usage, I believe, of the bouncy floor there from Eguy with the super speed. Turk ends up winning that spawn, though. Closes up the gap to 15.
Eguy gets the super speed while Turk pulls a super jump. We're about to see the reverse of the situation from before, and again the super jump wins.
Again.
We're in the open division again.
Yeah, we're back in the open division, everybody. Eguy gonna leave behind the yellow. That's probably the smart
gap is
play
under
here.
10.
Oh, big mega there, especially
big
with
mega.
that blue.
Turk
but
slows
he
it
can't
down.
land it.
Yeah, Eguy can't get into the bird cage. Turk's gonna pick that one up.
He's too fat of a bird
holding
to get
at
into
9.
the cage.
Eguy in a very awkward spot with no power up to try and get this blue, but Turk
messes
fumbles.
it up.
Turk tried to go for the big play where he rebounds and gets all 7 of those points, but he really should have just committed for the sure blue.
You gotta play it safe if you're trying to come back from a deficit like this.
Yeah, Turk is not known for those fancy plays.
Yeah, and he really can't afford with the gap where it was at the time. He probably could have afforded to be a little more conservative too.
We'd be almost tied up right now if he got that.
Yep.
Not rebound. Gonna be doing a good job of getting these yellows.
Yeah.
You guys gonna blast up and get one of his own. Still 130 left in the game. Blue right next to Eguy. He has the super speed. He should be able to get this one.
He does. He doesn't even need the super speed there.
Yep, Turk missing out on that one barely yet again. This match has really come down to a couple of heartbreaking blues for Turk that went Eguy's way.
Yeah, I'm not sure where Turk's headed there, but it doesn't work, whatever he's trying to do. And Eguy's going to be able to open this lead up to nearly 30. Another nice blast there to push Turk away from that spawn, and it's going to be a 32-point lead as we head into the final 50 seconds. Yeah, Eguy's played pretty well on here. I think I'm pretty solid at this map, and I only was able to get a 15-point win against him on this one in the warm-up, so I'm not shocked that he's playing pretty well on this map right now.
Yep, they're good positional spawn for Eguy.
That's another example showing the power of the default right there. Eguy does fall, but it's not really going to matter as much now.
Yeah, I'm not even sure Turk is really that aware of the interesting super speed. I don't hate it though.
I don't hate it. That was actually pretty solid, especially when you have the ability to play a little more freely now that you're leading by such a large amount. Gonna go underneath, try to take the last two reds. Turk gets them.
36 points.
Another nice win there for Eguy on his own pick. So we're gonna head back to Turk's pick and see what he goes with here.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Turk, I'm not sure I'm committing anything that I hold near and dear into this series at this point, down 2-0.
Yeah, probably not, especially considering Eguy can pull out a trump card map at any time and just end the series, even if Turk does win.
Yeah,
this next
I
match.
mean, yeah, the thing is, even if Turk gets a win here, he's not, like, forcing Eguy to pick parkour peaks against him in order to secure the series. That doesn't mean anything to Turk. It only means something to Eguy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's not really much to be gained.
Fun in the
if anything,
sun just seems like a throwaway map to me.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, Turk is by no means bad at this map relative to his overall level, but
yeah,
Eguy has a lot of experience on this map as well. Most recently played it in Winter Warmup against me.
Yeah, this is a map that's actually come up a lot. It's often considered to be the ultimate compromise map. Interesting attempt at a wall hit super speed there by Eguy, but it doesn't land because Turk actually held his blast. But they end up splitting the spawn pretty evenly. Turk with the Mega Marble is going to send Eguy all the way down into the water. Next spawn's going to be in good position for Turk.
Gets the yellow. Not the best rebound, though. Gonna be able to pick up 2 more reds, but a bit of a wash overall. Turk's gonna have to go back this way.
Good blast.
They blast
by
each
both
other.
players.
Turk gets a decent rebound off of the wall, though. That's something you could always be looking out for when you're in this part of the map. There's a lot of expires, though. Eguy's going to pick one to offset the difference there, but still 5-point lead for Turk. Can they get over here without hitting the trees? The Turk is not able to do that. Going to be a big haul for Eguy.
Game's tied back up again. Well, Turk's going to take one more gem for the 1-point lead. Super jump over to that super speed, and both players
For both
in
of them.
position. Good blast. Eguy was under the impression that Turk had a blast there, but he didn't.
Both players having super speed going over to these little floating rafts.
Yeah, I don't know what these are supposed to be.
Debris in the ocean, I guess.
Yeah. Nice blast attempt there. My camera's absolutely bugging out there. Does not seem to like the towels.
The towels.
Yeah. Guy off to the races for the next fight. He's got the mega. He's gonna be able to rebound back, and Turk able to blast.
Good blast.
Him away. Yeah.
Yeah, minimizing the damage on that spawn by securing the remaining 3 points. Still a 6-point lead for Eguy. Maybe going to overcommit to that yellow.
Yeah.
Turk should be able to turn around here with the mega. Good combo there, and he's gonna get the default priority as well. I want to see Turk deny the other super speeds while we're here. Ooh, Eguy's going to get a free blue with just faster reactions there. They were pretty much in the same position. Turk going to equalize the spawn by getting everything else. Ooh, I don't know if Turk knew that, but yeah, he could have blasted Eguy and completely ruined his day. Still going to get a majority of it, though, so that's respectable for Turk. 3-point deficit now.
Yeah, and on a map like this, that's really nothing.
Yeah, good blast by Turk there, too. Is he going to pick up the last red? No, he tries the super speed. I'm not sure he even got that blast, but now he doesn't have a super speed available, and that's going to cost him dearly.
Yeah, but he will get the rest of it, so there is that.
Super
You
speed's
guys
into
just
the blast.
going to leave, and they actually leave 2 gems behind there.
Tie game with a minute to go. These expires could definitely play a role towards the end of the game as well as they split that one even. Not sure Turk has the super speed right now.
We do have another blue. Let's see how they opt to go for it. Turk's going to go up for the blue, and he's going to get it.
He gets it. Can he get the other yellow? Yes. Can he fall back on the other one? Perfect
Yes.
by Turk. That was excellently played by him. And that spawn could prove to be critical as long as he can hold it together for the rest of this map.
Yeah, he's pretty solid with leads. Especially in the matches I've played with him. He's been very good
first to
when
that.
in the lead.
That's big.
Yeah, that's huge. That blue actually might cost Eguy here.
It's only a 6-point lead, but time is running low, and it's very hard to win entire spawns on Fun in the Sun without sharing them. So he just needs to get it over the finish line. Eguy gets 1 point cut into the deficit there. This mega could be big on the dock, though. Turk got basically nothing. He's even going to get the next spawn, a blue. Yeah, but Turk did not have a super speed ready for that. Eguy's going to get the yellow and the blue, and suddenly he has a lead. What can Turk do here?
He's gonna have to go for. Oh no, you gotta leave
no,
that. You gotta
Turk.
waste time.
Turk, he could have secured a tie. He is going to get it. But if that spawn wasn't so far, Eguy would have guaranteed won the game.
Yeah, that was very lucky there for Turk that didn't end up costing him.
We're gonna get our second tie of the tournament.
He's got to pee again.
Well, we've seen with these replays, almost every single time it favors the one who picked the map. I'm not sure I'm entirely convinced that's going to be the case here. I feel like it's just going to give Eguy another opportunity to get his head back in the game after some pretty poor blunders in that game.
Yeah, he definitely had a few errors in that game. I'm not sure why he didn't go for that blue up top. That really is what gave Turk the ability to get back into that game. I do think had Turk intentionally left that, red a little longer, I think, that would have been a lot smarter on his part now that I think about it. If he had just sat there,
he had no power up. He had no way of contesting the next spawn. His best chance was guarantee the tie by going into it as late as possible.
Yeah, you're even letting it expire and then just...
He may have been worried that Eguy was going to attempt to share that gem with him. And if that was the case, Eguy would have a 1-point lead.
Bro didn't even go to the bathroom for that long. Anyway.
Ready.
He's got to be efficient when he does it so much.
Go.
Yeah. Eguy gonna try something a little special there. I'm not sure what the play was there. I think he was just trying to mega him away from the super jump or something, but... didn't land. Both players are going to leave a couple of gems there on the castle thingy. Boardwalk or whatever it is. Turk's going to win that.
Eguy tries to blast him, but it just helps his line.
Yeah, that's a danger you can fall into. Great mega there from Eguy. He's going to be able to get most of this spawn, I'd imagine. But he messes up on the first yellow. He's going to have to drop back down. Probably going to grab at least one of those expired ones.
He gets everything. Turk just sacks it. He actually leaves the yellow. He's a bit scared of taking the time to commit to that.
Yeah, it's a
and
little
Turk
risky
is
there.
closer to the spawn, but it's a very difficult one to gain anything meaningful.
Another mega there for Eguy, but it's going to be in a spot where Turk's going to be able to get most of the value.
And Turk's going to be able to pick up this expired yellow that Eguy unfortunately left earlier, and then get the picnic table spawn to take the lead.
Yeah, incredible.
Or not picnic table, the volleyball court.
Yeah. Nice super speed there from Turk. I think he was expecting a blast from Eguy that didn't come. 4-point lead here for Turk. Eguy's going to...
An edge hit Turk went for there?
Yeah, he did go for the edge hit. That is something I showed him one time, but didn't end up landing.
It's a little bit of a high burden of execution there for what was ultimately not a lot of points on the table.
Yeah. That was
who
something
has the blast?
Yeah, blast. Ooh, and
Turk
Turk's
gets the
gonna
blue.
win it. To win that blue there.
Turk was in better position with that ultra blast.
Next spawn's gonna be over on the volleyball courts, and Eguy gonna whiff a bit on the yellow.
Turk gets the yellow solo.
Yeah.
Despite an unfortunate edge hit. 11-point lead. Next spawn
gonna
right
be
next to
right in
Eguy.
front of Eguy.
Yeah, this is something that can happen on Fun in the Sun.
We're gonna have a blast off here, and Turk wins that.
Okay, Turk's now proving that he can hang with Eguy on Fun in the Sun 2 games in a row.
Yeah, and Eguy.
He has a lead for this too. This is gonna be a pretty big lead, all things considered, for Fun in the Sun.
Yeah,
15 points
on Fun in the Sun.
Less than 2 minutes to play.
And the super speed denial there. It does land.
Yeah, Turk a little bit too late with the blast there. Could have been a devastating blow to Eguy.
Yeah.
12 points
Eguy
is now the
expired,
lead. Next
and
one. Ooh,
Not sure
yeah,
why
not a great
Turk's
play
going
there.
for the last one there, but lead cut to 8. Eguy gonna pick up this last red.
Turk should have a good
Super
angle at
speed.
this.
Yeah.
He does get the yellow. Rebounds to some of the reds. Yep, that's a spawn win for Turk. And the next spawn is in his momentum path.
Yeah.
Gonna be able to get at least half of it.
Good mega.
Eguy connects
attempt
with the
there,
mega, but the
it-
super speed is there.
Yeah. Rough. And then, ooh, good steal on the yellow from way outside, so. Oh, and next spawn's gonna be right on top of Eguy.
Volleyball court again.
Oh,
Eguy
but he
is
hits
a
the
little bit
netting.
fumbling, and blast comes in from Turk. Great backward super speed as well. He's holding
Oh,
this
and
lead
you
at
got
around 12
owned.
points. Oh, bringing that out in an actual tournament match. Another blast here for Turk. He's definitely feeling pretty confident now.
It's a 13.
This is pretty
14
secured at this point. It's so hard to come up with 13 points on Fun in the Sun quickly against a competent player.
Eguy gonna leave that last red. Little risky now with the lead being where it's at. You gotta get everything, but Turk's
A little
got the
bit
ability
too
to play it
far.
safe here. Choosing not to, and he does have a good line on this blue if he can hit it. He can't.
Turk misses. It's not gonna matter though, I don't think.
Not gonna matter.
Oh, they blast each other. Eguy making this look very close suddenly, but it's not in doubt for Turk. All right,
So-
we have a game on the board for Turk on Fun in the Sun. I'm not terribly surprised he was able to convert it, but yeah, it's still very impressive on his part.
Yeah, no, and that is a map that Eguy is pretty solid on. I mean, all things considered, but Turk played very well there. It'd be interesting to see where Eguy wants to go. He hates volleyball.
Now, are we going to see Eguy commit one of his better picks now that Turk has put his foot in the door of this series?
You got owned.
See where he wants to go with this.
Turk says that was a rare good game by him. Must have been to bring out the you got owned in a competitive
In an
match.
actual competitive scene, I wouldn't. I would have to probably be up by 80 on a map before I start pulling that out, or else I'd get real nervous. I'm gonna blow it and look stupid. See where Eguy
You
wants.
guys definitely having to think about this.
I don't think he prepped. Okay, we're going Galactic here.
Interesting. Turk does like this map. I don't think he likes it because he's exceptionally good at it, but he definitely plays this map.
He thinks
So
this is
if
funny.
nerves get to Eguy, this could be a quite challenging space to execute. The wife told me to pick this. Well, Turk's gonna get his wife's wish here. Let's see if he can convert on it. Bring us to a randomizer.
Ready.
I will say, if
Here
this
we
does
go.
go down to randomizer, if I'm Eguy, I'm suddenly very, very nervous. Not sure what.
Oh yeah,
the
and
play is
that kind
there.
of play is not going to help whatsoever. But Turk misses the blue, goes to super speed back for it. I think he did get it.
He did. They end up splitting it. Yeah. Nice blast there by Eguy. Let's see how he wants to line for this. He's gonna go for a respawn abuse and land it.
Yep, Blue Island is one of the ones that you can respawn abuse to. Pretty much the only one actually.
Yeah, but he's unable to get up for the other two. Let's see where Turk goes. He's going to get that super speed, and next one's going to be in a good spot for Eguy, but Turk quick to it as well.
Yeah, well played by both players. You kind of have to use the diagonal part of that slope coming from the blue island.
Yeah, absolutely, or else you're not going to get the height for it. Both players going to back off a little bit, but Turk able to wrangle up to get up high enough for that. Eguy got a super speed on down. He's gonna get the yellow. That's a tough.
Yeah,
that is a tough thing to
great
hit
line there.
sometimes.
Not easy to do.
We dug our first blue.
This
of
is a
the
big
or
spawn.
second blue of the match. Eguy going for an edge hit super speed. I
I
don't know
think
where
Turk
Turk.
screwed up. He comboed the super jump with the gyrocopter. Even on low
dear.
ping, he didn't mean to do that, but he super jumped while a gyrocopter was maybe spawning or maybe just there already.
So yeah, something happened there, but Turk went way high there. I'm not sure what happened to him.
Yeah, and the door was open too with Eguy making that mistake. Unfortunate for Turk, and it's going to mean Eguy has nearly a 20-point lead.
Eguy a little slow to this one though. He is gonna get there first though. Turk a little bit mechanically shaky right now.
Yeah, very high burden of execution on this map. Misses the red there, completely uncontested.
Next spawn's going to be on the green island. Both players off to the races for that. Turk, I think's going to get a bad respawn there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's entirely gone. And I believe he had the Ultra Blast too, which meant if he managed to blast Eguy too far in the air, Eguy would have been the one that respawns on the island that's really far.
Yeah. Unfortunate there. Both players in okay position for this next blue. And Eguy's going to land. They split it, actually. Ping split there. Turk falls and is going to lose out on the gyro, which is going to cost him dearly here as he has to as both players have to go back to the orange island.
This is such a huge lead already. And to be honest, we are not that many mistakes from this being a tie game. It's just Turk has made some very small blunders in very unfortunate times, and Eguy has punished him dearly for it so far.
Yeah. This has been a game that I guess I would expect Eguy to be favored on a map like this. It's a map where it's a lot of tricks and a lot of high burden of execution stuff, but Turk with another, I'm not sure that was worth it in the end. He super sped into the last yellow. Not sure that's the play. His lead for Eguy is nearly double the points.
Yep. And Eguy, when he's in the driver's seat and feeling confident, that's when he's at his most dangerous, so he's not really going to be feeling under pressure anymore.
I guess Turk at some points or another spammed question marks in the chat. It must have been when he got the bad respawn. But he did
Either that or the gyrocopter.
Yeah, I didn't see when it happened. But
I'm sure we'll hear about it after the game.
I'm sure we will. Gonna pop the gyro here a little early. Not sure where he wants to go with that. Next spawn's gonna be down below again, and he preemptively popped the gyro, which means that Eguy's gonna have a lot of speed going into those lines.
Eguy has found himself in a trench. Next spawn is again right on top of both players. See if Eguy goes for the blast.
Doesn't do it, and Turk again does not seem to be aware of the super speed off the little ramp things down on the
Maybe
bottom.
he's just not comfortable with it.
Yeah, I mean it is a more
Oh,
advanced
no.
technique, and yeah, that's unfortunate there. Eguy is going to be able to run a little bit of clock here, and with the lead
Doesn't
being
need
where
to.
it is, he can just kind of afford to let the. He could probably afford to just not play the rest of the game, but needs to make sure he does a professional job here.
Another spawn on Heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah, but God, I would love for someone to be unprofessional.
Oh, we
get
do have the blue. The blue
Oh.
sniped. Turk unable to get to it,
Not quite as elegant there, but good effort.
and Eguy
no.
also struggling. To give you an idea of how hard that actually is to do from a distance, they cannot do it from 2 feet away. And that is going to be game over, a 50-point win for Eguy to close out the series. And
Yeah,
after
very decisive.
Yeah, very decisive. And after the Fun in the
more
Sun
questions.
fiasco,
Whew, okay.
How you feeling?
Eguy, I really wanted you to just like sit still for the rest of the game when you had like 30 seconds left.
No, you know what I actually thought about doing when the little hole blue appeared? I thought about maneuvering my way over to the blue island and trying to do the shadow visions trick, but I just didn't. I didn't feel like it. Ugh, I was like starting to lose some steam after Fun in the Sun, so I went with the pick where I knew that I was gonna have the upper hand. So
Would you
I
describe
probably
Galactic as one of having to bring out one of your better maps in response to Turk pulling out a W?
probably. I mean, like honestly, there's so many people who are getting good at Galactic that it's not. I don't feel like I really wasted it. I needed to secure the win just for myself, for my confidence. So yeah, but man, he played really well on Fun in the Sun.
Yeah, it was definitely a good series, although you definitely were able to deliver on your maps, which I'm sure you're feeling confident about.